Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Geraldi,
And I'm Krisna Mukti Al-Akbar.
and in this video we will share our summary of understanding about chapter 1 of these 3 books. And we will start with book 1 and explained by Krisna Mukti Al-Akbar.
The first book is Curriculum Development and Design, written by Murray Print in 1988. Introducing curriculum. The writer stated that curriculum is a core of the professional teacher. He stated that curriculums plays a critical role in providing solutions about what, when, how, and so what of teaching. The writer stated that the nature of curriculum can be act as a key for teachers by helping them decide the content, scopes, and sequence and objectives of their teaching. He also said that curriculum is a formal, structured, and organized plan that outlines what students expected to learn. Curriculum designer created the curriculum with careful and deliberate planning to fulfill the outcomes or goals that they have expected the students should know and be able to do. Curriculum providing a clear track about which topic will be taught, the method, and the assessment. The next is characterizations of curriculum. Curriculum as subject matter, the most common curriculum that designed to taught a specific content to the students. For example, in English language curriculum, the subject matter might include speaking, listening, writing, and reading. The second one is curriculum as experience. Beyond the planned experiences, students also experience numerous other experiences in educational contexts. For example, discussions experience. In this context, teachers act more as facilitator to enhance the students' personal growth. And the third one is curriculum as intention, refers to purposeful and well-structured educational plan with clearly defined goals and learning outcomes. The fourth one is curriculum as cultural reproduction, refers to curriculum act as a bridge to connect and preserve the culture in society and also recreating the existing cultural to be succeeding generation. The last one is curriculum as career, refers with the idea that education is not just about what you know but also about who you become. It encourages students to engage in a process of self-discovery and self-reflection and also personal development as integral components of their education experience. Curriculum and syllabus. Curriculum is not only providing aims, goals, and objectives, but it also providing what students will learn, why they learn it, how they will learn it, and how their learning will be assessed. The syllabus is a component of the curriculum, providing detailed information about a single course within the large curriculum framework. The next is hidden curriculum. Refers to the outcome of education which are not explicitly intended by the educators. Because the hidden curriculum including a wide range of implicit messages, values, and lessons that students unconsciously or indirectly absorb through the educational experience, the result can be positive or negative. And then we go to the curriculum as a cultural construct. Curriculum is designed to fulfill the cultural or society needs. The cultural society influences what students should learn in school. For example, if the cultural society wants a Pancasila students, the curriculum designer or maker should add this need as a written curriculum. And then teacher is playing a role to be a curriculum development. Teacher can be a curriculum decision making. For example, implementers. Teachers act as a bridge to connect the intended curriculum and the real learning experience. The teacher should be able to evaluate if the intended curriculum perfectly suits the student. Teacher can also play a role as adapters. In this role, teacher acts as an editor to modify or customize the curriculum that suits the needs of the students. And then the developers. As the developer, teacher involved in thoughtful and systematic process of creating effective learning experiences for the student need. As a researcher, teachers involved in an evidence-based approach to improving the curriculum use research method and data to inform, enhance, and continuously improve curriculum and instructional practice. This approach ensures that curriculum decisions are based on the scientific data, resulting in more effective teaching and learning experience for students. And the writer is also says about school-based curriculum development. School-based curriculum development involves educators actively developing the curriculum based on the environment and social need, often in collaboration with teachers, administrators, parents, and sometimes students. And the last one is curriculum development. In curriculum development, the writer stated that teachers involved in deliberate and systematic process with the primary aim of improving and enhancing the educational experience of students. And also, curriculum development is not a one-time event, but an ongoing cycle of planning, implementing, and evaluating with the goal to creating significant learning and growth in learners.
Now I will explain our summary of Book 2. The Book 2 is Curriculum Development in Language Teaching by Jack C. Richards, published in 2001. Historical background. This book talks about how people made plans for teaching languages. They started with a plan called a syllabus that said what to teach. Then, they thought about how to teach well and how to know if it's working. Palmer had good ideas like being ready and taking steps one at a time. First, they talked about how to teach, and later they decided what to teach. They focused on important words and how to use them. This helped make plans for teaching languages. Vocabulary selection. The part tells us how to choose words for teaching languages. Picking words is tricky. People who know many words don't need all of them. Just using what writers think is not enough. Cantonese books show that different writers pick different important words. Before, people counted how often words were used in writing to choose which word to teach. But using a word a lot doesn't always mean it's very useful. They also see if words are easy to teach, like one similar to your language or about things you know. This makes a list of words for teaching. In different levels, like Michael West made a famous list. Computer helps too. And there's another list by Hindmarsh. The part talks about how it's hard to pick words, how things change, and why good choices matter for teaching well. And the last part, grammar selection and gradation. How to teach grammar is different because of who wrote the book. This difference changes how learners see things. The main idea is to learn step by step. When things are organized, learning is easier, but real language is not the same as strict writing rules. How grammar is arranged helps make teaching better. It should be like the language you know. Start from easy things and focus on good communication. Two ways are shown, one in a circle and one straight. This circle way is better, but it depends. Grammar and words are really important for language. And that's all for book 2. And we will move over to book number 3. Book number 3, Language Curriculum Design, written by ISP Nation and John McAllister, written in 1996. First, parts of the curriculum design process. The text emphasizes that curriculum design, similar to the writing process, is a structured endeavor with distinct stages like gathering and organizing ideas. It introduces a curriculum design model featuring outer circles encompassing principles, environment, and needs, key factors guiding course creation. These factors encompass learners' knowledge, available resources, teacher expertise, and teaching principles. Recognizing curriculum design as a process aids in utilizing established theories for effective course development. Designers who design learning plans show the difference between curriculum and syllabus. They use a model with two circles, one inside the other. To represent the whole plan, the inside circles talk about the syllabus. It's focused on the main goals for the course. The things to learn and the other are in these inside circles. Sometimes, ideas in the learning materials are used to help teach the things, not just as goals as their own. And outer circles. First one is considering the environment. Considering the environment is vital because it guides curriculum designers in making informed decisions that align with the realities of the learning context. It enables them to anticipate challenges, leverage opportunities, and create courses that not only align with educational goals but also resonate with learners and function effectively within the given environment. And we have discovering needs. Hutchinson and Waters in 1987 categorized learners' needs as necessities, lacks, and wants. Discovering these needs involves methods like testing, interviews, consulting, and analyzing materials. Needs analyzing is evaluated using reliability, validity, and practicality. Needs often align with course objective unless the course is learner request based. Where learners create goals, this works if learners have clear purpose, as seen with immigrants' language needs. And we have following principles. Research on language teaching and learning should guide curriculum design decision. Existing research inform what and how to teach, with insights from language nature and acquisition, and general learning strategies. Research-derived principles highlight repetition, thoughtful processing, and accommodating individual differences, learning styles, and motivation. Then we have inner circles or syllabus. We have the goal. The curriculum design model shown in Figure 1.1 places goals at its course, circles or the syllabus. And the first one we have goal. The curriculum design model shown in Figure 1.1 places goals at its core. The model emphasizes that goals are central to designing a curriculum effectively and meeting learners' needs. Goals begin broadly and become more detailed as the course content is worked out. There are some examples of goals that have been set for language courses. Number 1. In communicative teaching, students are encouraged to use the parts of the language they already know to express themselves clearly. They don't have to be expert in everything before they start talking. The quote supports this idea. Basically, in this approach, using the language to communicate is more important than being perfect at it. And number 2, TRIO aims. TRIO aims to improve various aspects of students' language abilities and overall development. Number 3, Passages teaches students to talk about many things, speak without stopping a lot, and speak properly in English. And number 4, helps students speak well in class and listen carefully, including learning to present in front of others. And we have B, content and sequencing. Language courses include things like language parts, ideas, abilities, and plans that match the course goal. One way to create a well-organized and well-studied course is to use a list of common words or skills. This list can help check or decide what to teach. But this doesn't mean lessons need to be just about teaching and each thing from the list one by one. For instance, a speaking course could be planned to cover important common words and structures, but the lesson could still be full of open activities where people talk about different things. By Joe Nation and Newton, 1996. Content and sequencing. Language courses include things like language parts, ideas, abilities, and plans that match the course goal. One way to create a well-organized and well-studied course is to use lists of common words or skills. This list can help check or decide what to teach, but this doesn't mean lessons need to be just about teaching each thing from the list one by one. For instance, a speaking course could be planned to cover important common words and structures. But the lesson could still be full of opening of open activities where people talk about different things. Joe, Nation, and Newton, 1996. And the type of the list are: number 1, frequency-based vocabulary lists. These are lists of words that are used a lot. Number 2, frequency lists of verbs, forms, and groups. These lists show how often different verb forms are used, like past tense or present continuous. Number 3, list of functions and topics. These lists are not about how often words are used, but what words are used for, like talking about direction or discussing weather. Number 4, list of soft skills and strategies. These are lists of smaller skills like listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Also, there are strategies for learning and coping with language. Number 5, list of tasks, topics, and themes. Some lists suggest activities, subjects, or ideas for courses. And then we have finding a format and presenting material. The content of a course should be presented in a way that helps learning. This involves using effective teaching techniques and arranging them into lessons. Some lessons might have a random mix of activities, while others could follow a fixed pattern. Having a set pattern for a lesson has advantages, like easier planning and monitoring, and learners getting used to the lesson structure. And then we have monitoring and assessing. Curriculum design aims to create courses with meaningful goals that are achieved efficiently and satisfy users. Evaluating this aim is important, often through testing. Testing can be about overall language knowledge or what's learned in a specific course. And the last one, we have evaluating a course. Information gained from assessment is a useful source of data about the effectiveness of a course, but it is only one of the sources of information that can contribute to the evaluation of a course. A good course could be one that 1. Attracts a lot of students, 2. Makes a lot of money, 3. Satisfies the learners, 4. Satisfies the teachers, 5. Satisfies the sponsors, 6. Helps learners gain high scores in an external test, 7. Result in a lot of learning, 8. 8. Applied state-of-the-art knowledge about language teaching and learning, 9. Is held in high regard by the local or international community, and the last one, number 10, follows accepted principles of curriculum design. An evaluation of a course can have many purposes, the main ones being to continue or discontinue the course, or to bring about improvement in the course. And that's all from book number 3. Thank you for listening.
That's all from us. Thank you for your attention and thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.